I hated this part of the 16th century. The constant warring and looking over your shoulder, never being able to let your guard down. And with the responsibility of being the laird's wife came the crippling guilt for wishing I could take Rory back to my own time, where the hardships seemed easy in comparison. I might miss a bill occasionally, or worry about my weight on the weekends when we ate too much, but at least there I wasn't always afraid of being stabbed in the back. Several guards rushed forward, bending their knees in the muck, their hands over their hearts, pleading in their gaze. Dark circles were carved beneath their eyes, and they looked as though they'd not slept or left their posts for days.
"My laird, Ranulph, he escaped. Mounted an attack on the castle with many of our guards. They managed to hold it for nearly a week, but just this morning we overtook him."
I couldn't imagine the horrors they'd had to endure while Ranulph was in control. A week must have seemed like an eternity.
"Who helped him?"
Rory spoke through gritted teeth, his fingers tightening on the reins enough to hear the press of leather against his palms.
16 traitorous guards. They staged a coup. We pushed them back, but not without havoc. You've only just missed the fight.
That was why the scent of blood was so fresh. It wasn't just a week ago that people had died. It was today, too.
Only just.
Rory looked around the courtyard, taking in the disarray.
Looks as though control was lost some time ago. Where is Thomas?
A hush fell over the courtyard, and the guard who'd so boldly addressed Rory a moment ago glanced toward the ground.
"Dead, my laird."
Dead? Poor Thomas, I whispered. Heaven help us. My heart skipped a beat, sinking with sorrow. This was heartbreaking. Thomas was the one person my husband had trusted most. As his steward, he was loyal to Rory, had known him since he'd been a lad, and was aware of the old laird's plan to get his wife with child. Servants often knew the truth, even when those in control tried so hard to hide it. Thomas didn't deserve this. Death was not how he should have been repaid for his loyalty. Being left in charge of Dunlod while we were away should have been an honour, and an easy one at that. Damn Ranulph for what he'd done. I slid my gaze toward Rory, shifting in my saddle so that my knee touched his. Rory was stone-faced, pale. Fury lit his eyes.
"Dead. How? Why am I only finding this out now?"
The guard shook his head.
"We sent word. You must have passed the messenger on the road. Ranulph killed Thomas. Stabbed him in the back, my laird. 'Tis part of how he kept everyone in line.